Right, welcome back to the league race. This time we're back with TTML for round number, I think it's 5? I honestly can't remember at this stage. We're here for the Dutch Grand Prix. It is a wet race to start, and then hopefully you'll ease up a bit closer to the middle slash latter part of the race. So, still trying to build my setup slowly back up. I'm just, as we go to take a race by race, I suppose, but this is what we're working with. It is 11. I've never driven Stand 4 in this game, so I wasn't sure what to expect at first, but it's 11 wings. I spent a bit of time tweaking this because honestly, this is like I didn't really enjoy Zandvoort last game. This is, in practice felt a lot worse. A lot worse. So I wasn't really happy to get into this one, and we moved into the territory of right, just get to the flag and you'd be grand. We'll see what happens. Qualifying, not much to say really. I just did 2 runs. I think my PB was like a 10. I think maybe like a 10. I think I did a 10.4. So I think I did a 10.4 PB in practice. I got nowhere near that in the actual event here. I was getting close to a what did I actually do? I did a 10.7. I was a 10 to the build up on my last lap, and I rode the curb in just before the banking. The right-hander, the extra nice big curb, which I'd been able to take fine beforehand, but now for some reason I took it in qualifying there. I just got sent. So yeah, that was that. Anyway, so we start near the back, maybe for the better with how the weather is full wet. It'll go to intermediates and then it'll go to dries. Hopefully, I got to underfuel the car. I'm glad I did this in retrospect. I don't really like underfueling the car because it's risky. Just especially in the dry conditions. In the way I feel a little bit better because you're short shifting a lot of the time anyway. But in the dry conditions, I'm not a fan because you're banking on safety cars to be able to recover it, and that is always a dicey strategy to play along with. But anyways, here we go then. 36 laps again. I'm just trying to survive. Away we go, and I cannot stress how little you can actually see. A bit of wheel spin there. Just honestly, whatever happens here. A little bit of contact. Didn't mean to make that with Vag. I'm not sure how you say his name, but that allows Yogi to come through on the outside. Cannot see a thing. Like everyone is black here is blind, so you're just hoping that you could spot whatever danger pops in front of you in time. But we get through safely enough. Like we lost a position or so, but I can't remember where I started, but yeah, just make sure I had no damage after that little bit of contact, and we're going to get safely through here at lap 1 at least. So happy days on that. Honestly, having to go a little bit slower on this track wasn't such a bad thing. The high-speed nature of it kind of does lend itself to danger, but we got through decently okay. But just try and settle in, try and just feel for the conditions. I might diff all the way down. Still feeling for throttle points, etc. The formation lap was not fun in that regard, but as we move on to lap number 2, this was a pretty fun happening. So, anyways, we're still in P17. I'm trying to fight the car, and I just see this in front of me. Just see this Red Bull go absolutely flying. Vroom! There it goes. By the way, my helmet is a bit. I lost all my helmets, you see, and I couldn't replicate, or I didn't feel like replicating my other one for the Williams, so I used a variation of my Alpine helmet. I just made it peachy to match the Williams colour there, so happy enough with that. But if another helmet comes up, that I'll happily change, but I'm happy to run with that. Plus, because my Alpine one's gone now, so anywho, the VSC deployed for that, no safety car, so on we carry. Lap 3, Merck has crashed. No safety car for this, or a VSC, but I did find him using the tyre still running away down there. You can see it coming back across the track, so that's one position gained. And this kind of was the theme. People dropped, especially these wet conditions. I don't know what people were up to, but it was crazy, the amount of incidents that happened. Someone binned it on the pit straight. Who was it? Legende. And the safety car is deployed. Now, it was raining heavily at this point. You can see the heavy rain. And honestly, within the next 50 seconds or so, this lightened up and we got to, you see Yarm pitted for Inters. and because we haven't got the safety car queue yet, I don't think. So honestly, in this lap alone, like under the safety car, like it was like it just like a flick of a switch. Intermediate is the time. It's now. So double stacking here. You see how quick the pit stop actually was. My exit wasn't clean, so that's why I was a little bit slower. Much improved double stacking, Codemasters. Thank you for that. Actually giving them credit for something. But yeah, like in that first lap before you even picked up the safety car, the conditions just switched like so. Yeah, a timely safety car from that point of view. Anyways, it's about to come in though. I was well behind the action here. I was just caught very much napping. I'm at the back anyway, so I'm not going to be under pressure to overtake anyone. I'll be so careful coming out of that banking. It reminds me of the last corner in Portugal. If you don't have warm tires or tires up to temperature, like it's going to bite back if you get too greedy on the throttle. So, anyways, by the time everyone kind of bunched up into turn one, we were able to make up the time we lost napping anyway. So. What happened on this lap then? This is lap 6 now, so we're only down to 15 runners. See the two Ferraris. Oh, yes. Chain reaction, Dylan, Poddy, CVG, Sway, like it all just kicked off. Sloth, all out of the race. So Dylan's still there. Hipula Boy was involved in that as well, but yeah, we moved up to 11. That was crazy. Just a racing into the end of the day. Contact from Dylan into Poddy, took then Poddy across the track into Sway and so on. Dylan though is going to try and have a go back using as much of the ERS as I can. I really should have probably got middle of the track a little more. I really didn't defend this as well as I could have, looking back at it now. By the way, I took a while. I wasn't asked to make anything, so I was in the right mood to make anything. So that's why this race from last Thursday is late. Nice little battle though with Dylan. But he's going to get the better exit there. As who's that off? That's Hipula Boy is now retired. So another DNF. We're now down to like 13 drivers already. And Yogi the same lap as well. So yeah, 2 cars for the price of 1. We're down to 12 or so cars left now. Lap 8. You see on the back of this. I think Wesker. I'm not sure if these guys are on wets. I believe. I think Wesker's up here on wets, but there's Dylan here, there's Stevie G. Poddy goes round. I think I can't remember who tapped him. But anyways, Poddy goes round. That's another position gain, so they're dropping off like flies here. And then I think Kevin and Wesker pit this lap, put on inters. They stayed on wets under the safety car. So yeah, I think they're coming in this lap. Yes, so that'll be another 2 positions gain. So all of a sudden we're looking at a nice little spot here. But there's a long way to go. So look, a lot of people have dropped off. So I'm just trying not to do the same. That was my fear in practice because I couldn't really keep the car much together. And yeah, that was my hope. Lap number 9. What happens here? I know Yarm was dealing with some people in front here. But Dylan then retires. He loses it. Another one drops off, then that is another safety car. So at this point I actually decided to box for fresh inters because honestly speaking, I wanted Kevin to be in front of me for this safety car. I just didn't want to take any chances with someone who is much quicker in the wet. I just thought after Portugal I just didn't want to take any particular chances. Wesker got ahead of me as well, and that's fine. I was fine enough for that to happen as well. I knew that could be a risk. But yeah, I was happy enough to do that because I believe those two to be quicker, and it's just about protecting my own race here. And in this moment, I thought my best interest was that being behind Kevin and Wesker. Now I could have jumped Jane as well, who boxed as well, and we did jump Yarma to change a wing. So, but again, I'm just playing the long game here. I am just playing the long game. So anyways, we're under green flag racing once again. Did anyone lose it under the safety car this time? No, it doesn't look like it. So we are under pressure from Hipula Boy though, who was nowhere in this race after his incident earlier on. So he's going to send it to the inside. I try to cut back in, but his rear tire's there, so I can't really do anything about it. So he goes through. Again, I'm just interested in getting to the flag in this one. This one, I know I say that often, but this one more than most because again, practice I just was really unhappy. Heading into this one, I was kind of slightly distracted with some real life stuff that was going on as well. So I wasn't really in the greatest mindset heading into this one. Like especially with a bad practice as well. I just wanted to get to the flag though, so that's why I kind of wasn't fighting too hard in some instances. DRS has been enabled, and I literally believe Yaham. I think he had it available to him because he's behind me for more than a few laps, and you know, it is enabled right there and then. He comes zooming past. So I think he was got the benefit of it. So it's weird because I would have thought perhaps like by the detection point, if it hasn't been enabled by the detection point, that you wouldn't be able to have it. But maybe he was. I don't know, maybe it was just unfortunate timing. Anyway, safety car is deployed, so that kind of ruins Paddy's undercut on the mediums there to get on, the crossover. So, anywho, in we come then for mediums. A lap or two more, and it would have been softs. Yaram took the gamble, and Paddy would actually come back in this lap to put on the softs to get to the end. So yeah. But look, we're looking good. Like, there's only 10 runners left, so look, and if you get to the flag, you're in with a good shout of points. And getting ready to come in again. Again, I'm way behind. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. I don't know why I'm that far back. There goes Yaram Binda on the safety car restart there. So yeah, that's the danger. And I have no idea what happened between Kevin. Oh yeah, that's right. Wesker and Kevin came together, and that put Kevin into the wall. Wesker's reacting too. I think it was, I can't remember who it was. But yeah, that's his win gone. So unless another safety car would, unless he needs another safety car to get back into the fray. Paddy gets by me there on softs. I couldn't do anything about that. He just had better grip on those softs. I couldn't do anything about it. But honestly, I was really happy with the how these mediums felt. Lap 21 though, this is how the next like 15, 16 laps of this race unfolded. From lap 20 or so, CVG crashes it there, but we're just behind Paddy, Hipula Boy, and then there's Wesker, and then there is Jane. So Jane kind of being the top of this one. Lap 35. Paddy's mediums begin to die. This is when the moment I recognise they're beginning to go. Nothing really, like, positions did not change at all. Like, it was, it was Jane, Wesker, Hipula Boy, Paddy, myself. But this was the point I recognised. I was close to see the rear tyres and thought, ooh, they don't look good. So I knew my chance was coming. And end of lap 35, Paddy's not got DRS. So I'm thinking, right, I have to go for this move now. This is my time. Everything I've got left, I'm using. Paddy doesn't defend the inside. I'm going to go down the inside, trying to hang it tight. He just had the outside line. He just was able to get a better run, get on the traction sooner. I tried to brake early and duck back in, but there's not really a chance to do it. Maybe in real life there is, but not in the game with that banking. And sadly, the chance for overtaking are pretty minimal after that. Like, this DRS zone, I wasn't close enough. Hipula Boy trying to send one on Wesker, ended up going round. So yeah, at least that's a position gain there. But coming to the line, I just needed another lap or two. I gave it a go, DRS overtake, but it's not going to be enough. To be honest, I actually wouldn't even gone at the end of that straight, to be fair. P6 though, look, I gave it a good go on Paddy. Like, I did. I sent it, and just tried my best, and didn't work out. So look, I can live with the results on that. You know what I mean? Like, it was the same as, like, I remember Japan in the West last season chasing the victory, or sorry, the season before, I think, in TTML. Just send. I gave it a good try, and look, P6 is easily the best result of the season so far. So like, in the race that was had chaos in it, I was able to get through pretty cleanly and had a clean race. So I finally got a result I feel like I deserved, compared to how it's gone so far this season. But here's the standing. Sadly, it doesn't do much for my position. I'm still in 9th. It is quite tight though. Like, a couple of a few extra points, and like, it could easily be 7th. So yeah, that was a good result to kind of get things back on track, because it had been pretty shambolic in terms of luck and heading through that one. So yeah, Sway was disappointed. Obviously, he was in P3 and could have easily had himself a podium with how things unfolded that day. Big result for double podium for Haas, kind of puts them right into contention here for 3rd place with the Williams. So Sway's DNF there. So yeah, they'll be one to watch. Alfa Romeo, obviously, with Casbury, will be one to watch too, and Kevin and Merck then just hanging on then to the top spot for the moment. But that's going to do it for round number 5, I think, of round 5 of F3. Next up is Russia. Yeah, that should be fun. So thanks for watching, and until next time.